Hey everybody, we're live now. I don't know if you guys can see me. Um, Let me change the camera angle a little bit to make it slightly better view of the place. Um, cool, perfect. Close up these doors so that we don't have any packing sound. Cool. So we're live now. Good to see you all. I don't know if you guys noticed, we bought Four Roses Distillery, and we're here now. But yeah, jokes aside, good haircut that I have here. I shaved, so I look a little different, but I have some really nice new stuff to try. So these are barrel samples from Dragon's Milk Distillery, New Holland Distilling. That's the name of the distillery, and the product is called Dragon's Milk. About 4 people watching. Let me just put a message in the group chat saying, "Hey guys, we're live now." Hey folks, we are live now. Friday night pour. Perfect. So how's everybody's day going? It's snowing again here in Washington, D.C. I'm sure it's snowing in New York. Hey, Rich, what's up, man? I love you, vodka. Hey, Shannon, very excited. So I'm actually going to drive to New York today or tomorrow, tonight maybe, depending on how much I taste. So if I taste too much, I can't drive tonight. I'll have to drive tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday, I have a flight to Nevada to meet Shannon and pick some barrels at Frey Ranch. So I'm so excited, so stoked about that pick. I don't think I've been this excited about a pick for a long time, just because I'm going to meet Guy there. I'm going to meet Shannon there. And I mean, both of them are enough. I think that's like a good duo to meet. And Guy is coming all the way from South Dakota. So I'm pretty excited for that. Greg, I wish you were coming to Frey Ranch, man. But our stuff is starting to get filled up. I got these Old Pepper Distilling bottles today. We got some Jamesy pepper. This is our own barrel pick. I'll show you guys. Here we go. This is how it looks. A lot of pepper. Stands for the name. Represents it well by adding a lot of pepper spice in the back because it's a high rye bourbon. But it has a good nose and a good taste to it, but has our Whiskey Library barrel pick sticker, which is pretty cool. I got better lighting for this warehouse as well. So, there's a yellow light and there's some good lighting here. So, super excited. The one thing that I'm the most excited about is these two that I almost forgot to bring, and then I did a U-turn on my car and I picked them up from my house because I forgot them. I wanted to blind taste the ampersand that Gene gave me, which I bought 2 bottles of because I was like, this is really good. And then Nebraska. I always get confused. South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska. Yes. And then Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, all those. Yeah. Minnesota. That's where Jesse is. But I wanted to blind taste the 136.6 proof, and I'm crazy for this barrel. This is hands down the best bourbon I've had, and you could make fun of me all you want once you taste it, like, hey, this is not good enough. You're just crazy for saying that, but I'll stand by it. I think this is the best bourbon I've had so far. For the longest time, it was the Frey Ranch, but I think I'm changing my answer to this specific barrel. And I'm not saying like New Louisville, all of their stuff is the best, but this one barrel that I don't know where Chase sourced it from, whatever distillery this was made at, I want the name and I want to know which distillery it's from, because this is some good stuff. So yeah, this is really good. Ampersand is good. I think that's like the second. Actually, the second place goes to George T. Stagg, and then the third would be Ampersand. But yeah, enough talking. Let's do some tasting. So got the Glens, got a new good setup. Let's start with the 95 proof Dragon's Milk. So this is Dragon's Milk, just regular single barrel. I have 3 regular single barrel bottles and then 3 of the toasted bottles. So this one's toasted. This one's a regular single barrel, and this one is toasted. So the toasted is the 121 proof, and then the single barrel is the 95 proof. So I don't know why they don't bottle it at cask strength, but oh yeah, ampersand rye. It's called something I forgot, but we got some in our New York store as well. So yeah, it was cool. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really like rice, but this week I went to Georgia, Atlanta, to do a pick at not World Whiskey Society. I tried going to World Whiskey Society, but they were all closed. But I went to ASW to do like 6 different picks, and I think my personal favorite pick for the first time, I did 2 Fiddler Antique picks. So Mike, if you're watching, I'll save you those 2 bottles. Like, those 2 bottles are reserved for you. There's I did 2 Fiddler Antique picks, which were beautiful. Probably my second favorite whiskey that I tried there, but my first favorite, which it's crazy because the price point is so different. The Resurgence Rye cask strength pick that I did. I tried a bunch of different Resurgence Rye picks, and I think that's my first ever rye pick that I've ever done on Whiskey Library. So, I mean, it tasted so good. I know that I can't put in mystery boxes, so I have to hold on to the inventory. I have to sell it, and all of that. But that was just too good to pass on. So I picked actually 2 barrels of Fiddler Antique Rye because they were also really good. But even better than that was the Resurgence Cask Strength Rye. Some other Resurgence Cask Strength Ryes that I tasted, I was just tasting a bunch of stuff. Was okay. It was not like out of the world, but that Resurgence Cask Strength Rye barrel that we picked, I think I have a picture of that barrel because I wanted to make sure that you don't forget, like Witt, the master distiller there, I wanted to make sure he doesn't forget that that's the barrel that I want. So I'll show you guys the picture. And he literally sent me a picture of it. He was like, no, don't worry. This is your barrel, and I've marked it and I've set it aside for you. So yeah, it's my first ever Whiskey Library pick. So that's the picture of the Resurgence Rye barrel that we picked, and I'm super excited for that. I think I'm gonna keep a few bottles for myself too, because yeah, Ampersand, Melis, and Vinia. Yeah, Malis is the one that we picked up from New York. But in New York, like before we could pick all the Ampersand up for ourselves in New York, like all the other stores picked it up and it was sold out. So you have to be fast with this stuff. So stuff that's sought after is sought after. But yeah, let's try some Dragon's Milk 95 proof single barrel. I don't know why they didn't send me cask strength, but different distilleries do things differently. But I just like my cask strength bourbon. Good time to start things off. So I don't mind. Ooh, it's very floral. I don't know if it's just the name throwing me off, but I'm getting some creaminess, like an Irish cream or a bourbon cream, like a bourbon cream note. But like maybe it's just the name messing with my head because it's called Dragon's Milk. What else do you expect? I'm supposed to put this up here. So this is the 22C14, and I'm supposed to pick barrels with this, so I should be careful not to like just finish it up and not even like remember which one I like the most. But yeah. Oh wow. Very grassy. Extremely grassy actually. Starts off being grassy, ends off being like sea salt and a little bit of chocolate. But there's no caramel that I was looking for. And the creaminess that was in the nose kind of just disappears in the palate. There's no creaminess. There's no butteriness in the palate. So kind of disappointed in the first one that I tried now. I know it's a very sought after product, but I mean, you have to be honest with stuff. Yeah, it doesn't smell grassy at all in the nose. It's like great. You get a little bit of the fruitiness, the little bit of the flowers. then in the palate, it disappoints you. Maybe it's just because it's a lower proof bourbon, and I'm not a big fan of below 100 proof. But yeah, the nose is great, but it just disappoints you in the palate. So this one's a no go for me. Oh yeah, we need to have an infinity cup. So I guess this is our infinity cup. Let's do it. Barrel number two, ZZC14. That's also 95 proof. So those of you who do not know what I'm tasting some Dragon's Milk bourbon. Tasting some Dragon's Milk, the Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe it's because it's a neck pour because I just opened it. Maybe I should let it breathe a little bit and then try it. But ooh, this nose is much better. So this was the C14. Oh, the barrel number is not the C14. I think the barrel number is just how they call this specific type of mash bill. But this barrel number is 2026-4. And the one that I'm trying now is 2026-3. So 2026-4 has notes in the nose. It has notes that are floral. It has a little bit of grassiness in the nose, but not too much. Very fruity, like a brandy. But in the palate, it disappoints you because it's very grassy, very earthy, but it doesn't really carry forward the it doesn't carry forward the creaminess that you get in the nose. So the nose was very creamy, very deliciously milk chocolatey. But then in the palate, it's just grass. It's just grass and ends off being slightly chocolatey, but it's missing that creaminess, the butter. So yeah, that's your notes for the 2026-4 barrel. Now 2026-3 barrel, let's try it. Yeah, this one has a lot more caramel, a lot more vanilla going on for it. It's a little malty and a hint of beer, which makes sense because these guys, New Holland Distilling, all they do is make beer. So they specialize in beer. Oh wow. Yeah, that's good. That tastes like a beer finished bourbon because there's so much beer in the palate. And ooh, the finish. I'm not a big fan of the finish because it just tastes like you just had beer. But people who like beer will love this bourbon. I don't know who likes beer, but I know a few people that instead of water they just drink beer. So they would love this bourbon because in the nose you get all the caramel and like a traditional bourbon nose, but then in the palate it sort of throws you off because you think you're drinking like mash, like a distiller's beer. But yeah, this will make the infinity cup very funky. Cool. And then 2026-5, that's our last barrel sample for 95 proof ZZE4. Okay, so this one's ZZC14, this one's ZZC14, and then the third sample that is 2026-5 is ZZE4, not ZZC. So yeah, Guy Earn likes beer. Cool. There was this one finished bourbon that I tried from RD1. I think personally, RD1, like no shade against them. I love their regular bourbon. I think they do it right. However, I will say their finished product, finished in Amburana, is overdone. So I feel like it overpowers the bourbon flavors of the bourbon itself. So it takes over it and it just overwhelms the bourbon itself into an Amburana note, which, some people might like it, but I think a bourbon should have its distinct bourbon flavors, and then you should do like the maple and the other stuff should just enhance the quality of the bourbon. RD1, I feel like I was pretty disappointed with their finished stuff as well because the maple finished bourbon just tasted too much maple for me. It felt as though they just had a lot of maple sitting in the barrel, and it just sort of mixed with the bourbon when they started finishing it. So yeah, yeah, exactly. It's just too hot. I think their regular bourbon is solid, but I do think where they go wrong is they might be finishing bad barrels in like different finishes and releasing it too soon. Like, I feel like maybe you should, if a barrel doesn't taste good, maybe instead of finishing it, you should just let it sit for a few more years, a few more months, and then taste it every so often. That's what I've seen a lot of successful distilleries do. I don't run a distillery, so I wouldn't know. And there's a lot of people out there that love RD1. So who am I to tell you, what you should like and dislike? But just what I thought. Okay, so this one is giving me a little bit of I don't know what that note is, but it smells like a detergent, a laundry detergent. Maybe it's the same floral note because a lot of laundry detergents are like flowers flavored. Ooh, the nose wasn't good. The palate is amazing. It has such a balanced beer note. The first one had no beer. The second one was too much beer. This is like the perfect in the between. It has beer. It has the Scotch note, the malted barley note that I like. That I don't really used to like, but now I like. Uh, and then the finish. The finish is the very relaxed though. So I don't know. If I were to pick between the three of these, I would probably pick the last one just because it's very well balanced. But the finish I wish was better. So I don't know. We'll see if I pick any one of these. I'll probably taste a few more people on these and then see where it goes. Because I'll be honest, I'm a bit disappointed with this. Cool. So let's try the toasted ones now. Maybe I like them more. They're darker. They're higher proof, which is what I always reach for. Let's clean the palate. Barrel spirits is good. I like barrel spirits. Their Armagnac finish is good. Amburana, I could see liking it. Their cigar blend is also really good. Speaking of cigar blend, I tried this cigar blend at Fiddler. It was great. I liked it. So let's try the toasted now. So this is the toasted 2026 3T, and I have 1T and I have 2T. So 1T, 2T, 3T. So let's try the 1T first. That's true. Too much other good stuff out there. I don't know. I would rather pick like exceptional stuff and people be like, yo, Arnav, I love your palate. I love everything you've picked so far, rather than pick some good stuff and some mediocre stuff. And, people saying, you know what? Whiskey library picks are a hit or miss. So, yeah. This has zero beer notes, which was very prevalent in the last two barrels that I tried. But this one's a toasted. I'm getting a lot of maple, and I'm pretty happy with this one so far in the nose. It's beautiful. It has a very soft red winter wheat note as well that I usually get in soft red winter wheat, but like a toasted marshmallow. All of the right notes are in this nose. Let's see if the palate holds up to the nose. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. They should just keep doing what they're doing with the toasted barrels, because I don't know, the single barrel stuff is okay, but the toasted barrel stuff is amazing. Like, I don't know if this is the best barrel up out of these three, but this is good. If the next one is better than this, I would be exceptionally happy. The finish is also so well balanced. You don't get the beer note until the finish comes through. The finish has a slight beer note, but it's not too overwhelming either. But it has all the correct notes. It starts off being slightly spicy, the rye or the pepper spice, and then goes into being a little more sweeter. You get the chocolate marshmallow, toasted marshmallow, whatever it might be, and then it finishes off being some sea salt and caramel and all of that stuff. So pretty happy with this one. Wow, that's good. Let's do the 2T. Time to clean the palate. Stay hydrated. What's everybody here sipping on? Not bad. So this is the 2T. I tried the 1T. This is the 2T, and then now I'll try the 3T. Yeah, I'm saving a lot of these so that I can have other people taste it too, because I'm a little conflicted on the single barrels, but I don't know if that's the same thing that'll happen. A lot of the times I will just taste through 3 of them and I'll be like, you know what, this one's clearly a winner. Like all the other ones are just trash. Or I'll say, you know what, these two are so different from each other, I want to take both of them. Or I will say, you know, these are the situations where I'll be like, I don't know if I should pick either one of these. So I'm going to have people taste it, other people taste it. Or there will be situations where these two are really similar. I don't know which one's better, but this third one is not good. So yeah, that's what's happening with these is that none of these are good enough for me. So I'll have a few other people taste. If people say that they absolutely love it, I'll pick it. But so far, not for me. I'm envious of Mike because he's sipping on the Penelope Omega. Thomas Handy, that's a good one. It's better than the single barrels, but it just feels like a more enhanced single barrel. I don't know. 1T is much better than the 2T. So yeah, 2T is out the door. I'm not even gonna give notes on this one. Hopefully 3T just blows 1T out of the park so that we have our winner. Okay, so this was open. This was also open. This was also open. So yeah, I have to move to 3T. You can see who the blue collar guy is. Oh wow. Has a lot of like chocolate cake, just sponge cake, Cabernet, a little bit of a wine finish instead of a beer finish, which throws me off. And the nose is phenomenal. Ooh. You get the nose of like a really high-end wine, a dessert wine, like a tawny port. Yeah, this is a tawny port finish. Like you expect this to be a tawny port finish, even though it's a toasted. Yeah, 3T is the one for me. 3T. Here we go. 2T is the last one, and then 1T is also really good. These two are really good. I'm probably going to have to blind taste people on these two and see which one comes on top. Now for the next ones, I'm going to taste some Still Austin Cask Strength and some Still Austin regular bourbon, courtesy of Gene Harris. He dropped them off here, and last time we tried them, we were kind of disappointed. This time, maybe the neck pour is gone, so might have gotten better. But I always liked Still Austin. I don't know what's happening with this one. Cool. That's the Still Austin. Yeah, I'm still getting the nose from the previous one. I don't get any nose in this one. You like Still Austin? Yeah, I like Still Austin too. I like Texas bourbon in general. I like Still Austin. I like Milam Green. I like Garrison Brothers. I don't know why this one, this specific bottle. I don't know if it's this batch. Uh, yeah, this batch is just disappointing. They don't even mention what the batch is. Yeah, there's no mention of what batch number it is. Extremely earthy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just there's absolutely zero finish on this. Like I don't feel anything. The finish is just it's very sweet and caramelly and cocoa, all the right bourbon notes in the palate, but actually not all of them. It's just a little bit of caramel and a little bit of cocoa, but in the finish, it's there's no finish to this. And the nose is extremely earthy, which is a good thing. Oh, Mike, I forgot. I went to Fiddler and I saw this one Jamaican rum barrel and I tasted it. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I wish Mike was here. Mike would have absolutely loved it because it had all the perfect Jamaican rum notes, but it wasn't overpowering with it wasn't overpowering the bourbon. So yeah, Castle and Key we did is also good. We're getting a truck full of it next Tuesday. I mean, I don't know. Would I rather have this or would I rather have the Field and Sound finished in rum casks? That's the question because it this tastes very similar to Field and Sound, except that the Field and Sound has a better finish. So it's very earthy, but not a fan. And that's like Field and Sound is not a bad bourbon. I just think Rough Rider is much more superior to Field and Sound's bourbon quality. And I think this being the price that it is, it should have been at least better than Field and Sound, which, you know, pretty disappointing. Yeah, they would be missing a barrel. That's exactly what AJ said. AJ said if Mike was here, he would have just taken the barrel like this and just drank it. So this is the Still Austin non-cast strength regular small batch bourbon. Ooh, that one has a good nose. I like that. It's a grapefruit nose, peaches. I don't know why I'm getting a little bit of mango and pineapple, whatever, like all the fruits combined, all the tropical fruits. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like higher proof stuff, but this is the only exception I'll make because this is what 49.2 198 proof, 198.4 proof. Yeah, I'll take this all day. Yeah, in his pickup truck, Mike is just driving with the barrel from Fiddler, and Fiddler cops are just following him. Would I reach for this at a store or would I buy a bottle of this? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Still Austin 7-year cast strength, Still Austin blue corn, everything that I've tried from Still Austin is amazing. These two bottles are not it. Like they don't do the Still Austin lineup justice. So it's just disappointing, you know? Cool. What else can we try here? A lot of the stuff is coming next week, but the blend that we made last week, we chose out of the 3 blend samples that Dark Arts Whiskey House sent us. We chose this blend 2, which is an 11-year blend of 10 different barrels. So we're gonna commit to all 10 of those barrels because this blend is so beautiful. It's 112.5 proof. Mash bill on this is 60 34 4 30 60 36 4. So Do your math. It's from a distillery in Indiana, I guess. So 60, 36, 4. Yeah, I think it's from Indiana. Not sure. So 11-year dark arch whiskey house. 2 years is not for me. You're right. I mean, I feel like in Texas it ages faster, but just because it ages faster doesn't mean you take it out at 2 years and just bottle it. I think you should still wait. The flavors could develop more, especially if you taste something and tastes like this. I would just wait. I would just, you know, beautiful. I don't know why everything that I've tried from Dark Arts Whiskey House, I really like. Our last release with Dark Arts Whiskey House was a Mizunara finished bourbon, and it tasted like peanut butter jelly. This one tastes like peanut butter. I'm not even kidding. It just tastes like peanut butter. Who that has a good nose, a good palate. Last time Gene tried it, he said, "I'm gonna take 2 bottles because I want one for backup." So yeah, I think this deserves it. After all the bourbon that I've tried today, I think I really needed this one. It has a coconut nose for some reason. It's just crazy to me because I like coconut, but I've not had a coconut note in the nose for any bourbon that I've tried so far. It's very coconutty. And that's one nose type, one note that only Mike will pick up on, I think, other than me. Because Mike is like the guy that's probably tried all the coconut rums and all the rums out there. But yeah, this is a good one. Now, time for the blind taste. Actually, time for some hydration. Gene was busy with something, so he couldn't come here. He told me in advance that he wasn't able to make it this week, but he's going to watch us. So, Gene, I'm sure you're watching a replay of this recording. So, hello. We'll miss you in Fallon, Nevada. We'll miss you in Fair Ranch. And we'll bring some back for you, obviously. But yeah, let's blind taste these two. So this is the New Louisville Whiskey Company 7-year LX 10728, 136.6 proof. I wish I had a blind tasting kit that you can just rotate and blind taste. Yeah, I'm waiting on that one. Soon we'll get it. Did you try it yet? I know Harpawan sent you a sample. So if you tried it, is that your description of it, or is that just? Actually, I would never have such an intricate description. Buttery cherry covered waffles, as thick as syrup too. I love that. That's what the name should be. Butter cherry covered waffles. That's good. So yeah, I have these. I mean, I'm not gonna cheat on this. If you guys trust my judgment, I don't know. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. Okay, I have the two now. I promise I don't remember which one's which. I'm not even gonna look, but ooh, today that's the best smell that I've had, and I'm sure I'll say the same about this one, given what we've tasted today. I'm getting some raspberry. It's very berry forward. Some butter And it's just a lot of like good smell. I don't even know what notes to attach to it. It's smooth like butter. It just goes down like butter. Very thick, very viscous. It's like maple syrup, and it's very buttery. And the finish is like still going and going and going and going. And it's a beautiful finish. It's like the chocolate, the sea salt, everything comes together. All the good bourbon notes come together, and this reminds me of a George T. Stagg. It's really good because like I like George T. Stagg. It's one of my favorites. Uh, let's do this one. Wow, I think the nose on this one is better. The nose on this one is much better, and I'm not looking at the glass because I don't want to try to infer what color it is. Yeah, this nose is much more white chocolate forward, mocha, a little bit of coffee. I like this nose a lot. The palate is a Pinot Noir wine, a little bit of sherry, some grapes, like all the wines, all the good wines, tawny port and stuff. I don't know. I like the palate on this one better. I think it's more buttery, and it has more to it in the palate and the finish. The palate on this is not short by any means. It's one of the longest ones that I've seen, but it's not as long of a finish as this one. So, yeah. That's the problem. You're right. How am I gonna know which one's which? I have these two, so I guess. So, okay, my final judgment first. Yeah, it's a blind. I'm so stupid. Why did I mix it up before marking it or something? I don't know. But my final judgment, the nose on this one is better, and the palate and the finish on this one wins for me. So overall, if I were to pick a barrel and these were two barrels, you guys know which ones these are, right? This is the barrel pick from New Louisville Whiskey House, LX 10728, 136.6 proof. I've picked 10 barrels with them. This one was my favorite. So if you want to decide which one to get, this is the one. And then this is the ampersand Tokai cask 15-year buff turkey. So these two, and this one was very wine forward. The nose was beautiful. This is not the best, but like one of the best noses that I've had. I have a tendency to say this is the best thing in the world for everything. So, but the palate doesn't really have that much going for it. Not as complex as this one. Now the problem is, how are we going to figure out which one's which? I guess the color. Oh, I figured it out. This one has a little bit of a charred oak to it. So I don't know if you can see, but there's some char pieces floating around, which tells me that this is the New Louisville. So the New Louisville wins in the palate and the finish, but oh my God, the nose on this thing is beautiful. So I guess I would rate the nose on New Louisville Whiskey Company. Still a good nose, 7.5. This one's a 9. Palate, I would rate the ampersand as like 7.5, and this would be a 9. And the finish, I would rate the ampersand a little higher, like 8. And this would be an 8.59. But yeah, these two are pretty similar in palate, in finish. But the palate is what gives this guy an edge, and this guy gives the nose is what gives it an edge. But yeah, perfect. If you want to do this tasting, like this blind tasting at your home, you can get both of these bottles and then just not blend them together, but blind taste each one of them. I'm gonna just pour both of them in the infinity cup to make it slightly better, more tolerable. but pretty disappointed with everything I tasted today. Most of the things I tasted today. Oh, this has had a lot of time to breathe. It I left the cap open for a long time, and it had a lot of time to breathe. And this one also had a lot of time to breathe because I'm on my final pour. So these two are like final pours. Where do I get that Nulu? It's almost bottled. It's about to come, but I'm sure when you get it, you won't be disappointed. I never on this Friday night pour thing that I do, I never say like, oh, you should get this. This one thing is like it's god level good. It's good. You won't regret it. And if I put my name behind it, I tell you like get it. Once you get it, you won't be disappointed. Oh, Justin, I meant this George T. Stagg. I've only tried it once or twice, but I absolutely loved it. It's amazing. It's worth at least one shot at a bar or something. I don't know if I don't know if I would get a whole bottle, but I would still get like a shot at a bar. The finish is good. In the nose, you get a lot of cereal, a lot of chocolate, a lot of milk, some creaminess. You never tried George T. Stagg. That's like the OG. A lot of people say that's the best bourbon they've ever had, but that's why I tried it. I was pretty stoked. It was good. It was not bad. It was really nice. I don't know if I would get a bottle at the price it sells for. It's the secondary markup. Ruins everything for me. But yeah, I would get it at a bar. I would definitely get a shot at a bar. It's really nice. Let's find some in Reno. Yes, sir. This holds up to the creaminess that the nose has, but the finish is also really long and nice, somewhat long. It's not as long as these two. But thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the Friday Night Pour. I had a lot of fun today. My tasting room is sort of coming together. Next week, I will be back from Reno. And next week's Friday Night Pour, I will be back from Reno, and I'll be talking about like all the good things that we did at Reno. I mentioned like Fiddler 10 times at least here, and I'll probably mention Reno 10 times, and not Reno, Frey Ranch next time that I'm here. So cheers. Stay warm. I know it's snowing at some places. It's snowing outside. Actually, it was snowing earlier. So all the snow that melted, now there's more snow on top. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you, Shannon, on Tuesday or Wednesday. I forgot what day it is, but I'll see you on the 10th. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Guy, anything you can bring, I would love that. I would love to sample some. I'll bring some of my favorite barrel picks. Maybe bring some of this. Maybe a little bit of the ampersand. We can open a bottle up of ampersand and stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you, Justin. Thank you so much.